Why is it that one person can work a 9 to 5 at Amazon, work hard every day, show up on time, and they still only make enough to survive? While another person builds a business, solves one problem at scale, and make more money than that worker will ever make in 10 lifetimes. And no, the answer is not just work harder, because there are people working hard every single day who will never make enough money or even have enough to survive. The real answer is that money follows an equation, not some motivation quote, not luck. Here's the equation to money. Money equals value times leverage times scale. And once you understand that equation, you start to understand why a warehouse working African store owner, Apple, YouTube, Amazon, and the biggest companies in the world all make different amount of money, even though all of them are working. Because the game is not just about working, it's about what problem you solve, how many people you solve it for, and whether your efforts keep making money even after you stop working. And that changes everything. Let me show you what I mean. Take someone working a 9 to 5 at Amazon, for example, and they're making $20 per hour. They are solving a real problem. They are helping moving packages, sorting inventory, keep order flowing, and make the whole machine works. So yes, they create value, but there's a problem. If the worker doesn't show up, the money stops. The income is trapped instead of time. Um, Now let's compare that to someone who owns an African stores downtown. So at first, they might still be closer to the warehouse worker if they are doing everything themselves, opening the store, stocking shelves, helping customers, handling the inventory, being the one holding the whole thing together. Yeah, in that case, they're still mostly trading their time for money, but everything changes the moment they hire employees. Now they start creating systems, delegate operation, and make the store work without them doing every single thing. They move into a completely different game. Now they're not just selling labor, they're building leverage. And when you go into a step above it to businesses like YouTube, Apple, Amazon, or the iPhone, now you're looking at companies that solves huge problems for millions of people, even billions of people, using software, teams, and capital. And that's where we go into the equation of wealth. So let's break it down. So what is the equation of money? Money equals value times leverage times scale. Or to put it simply, money equals problem solved times amount of people helped times power of your solution times efficiency of delivery. Or to even go further is to say money equals the problem size times the number of people affected times the strength of your solution or times the leverage of your delivery. Now, when we say money equals value times leverage times scale, what is value? What is the equation of value? Now we go to look at the equation of value, right? Value equals importance of problem. How important is the problem that you're solving? That's the value. And then you go on and times that importance of problem times quality of solution times ease of receiving that solution, and that is the equation of value. um how important is your solution, and what is the quality of your solution? Is it low quality? Is it high quality? If it's high quality, that means high value. If the importance of the problem that you're solving is low quality, then that's a low quality value. Oh yeah, the value of that will be low quality. And then um how easily can people use your solution? Is it not easy? Is it low or high? All those contribute to how much your problem is valued, or what's the value of your the problem that you're solving. And that is the creation of value. Value equals the importance of problem times quality of solution times ease of receiving that solution. Or you could say value times problem importance times solution strength times ease of delivery. Um, and then we go on. We move from value, because the equation of money is money um equals value times leverage times scale. Now, what is leverage, right? Now, leverage means getting more results from less efforts, getting more results from less efforts. And here, leverage is leverage equals value delivered, number of people reached, and your divide by your person effort. I mean effort. Yeah, so leverage equals value delivered, number of people reached, divide by your person effort. So leverage is the ability to multiply your efforts using tools, systems, or people. And that's why you see Amazon hiring employees. That is all to just get higher leverage every single time. And that is the whole point. Companies hire employees to get high leverage. For example, right? Let's say leverage when you so there are four types of leverage. Leverage equals code plus content plus capital plus people, and those are the four types of leverage. And here are some types of leverage, right? Software infinity output with near zero extra effort. You write a code once and million of people can use it. And that is like what YouTube is, what TikTok is, what all those things on your phone are. Somebody did write a software and now we can use it for a million times. And now they are getting paid billions for it. Um for example, how Elon Musk and others created PayPal and they sold it for millions. All they did was just write lines of codes, sold it, and they made millions out of it. Also, Elon Musk created Zip too, and he sold it. He also created millions. So you could say, at time you will use your time, but once you use your time to create that something and then sell it, you make millions, because that something can be used a thousand times. In terms of if we are talking about content, YouTube videos, you can create one video, right? You work once, and that video can be viewed a thousand times. MrBeast, for example, right? One video of MrBeast can reach 10 million people, and in doing so, he can make millions out of that video. So you create one video, and that video goes viral, and you make millions, thousands out of it. So, money working for you equals leverage of investments. That means investing in stocks, real crypto, just money that multiply itself over and over. You letting your money work for you when you investing in stocks, when you are investing in whatever thing that you use your money to invest and get some return on investment later using your money. So now let's talk about using other people's time. So When you are using other people's time, you are using their time and skill to multiply your output. So, say for example, here, um, say me for example, right? I'm a content creator. I record a video, and I don't have time to do all the editing work, so I just take the video and I send it to someone else to do all the editing, everything, and then after they are done, they send the video to me. That's me using the time and skills and just paying them for it. Now that's also my money working for me when I do that. But when I get the video and upload it to YouTube, and it happened to be viewed over 10 million views or whatever, the output or the return on investment is way higher compared than what I paid them for their time and effort. And I could edit the video myself, but again, we are talking about leverage. You don't want to do that. That's not leverage. Leverage means more impact with less effort. So if you can help people faster, easier, repeat at scale, that means you have more leverage. And when you have leverage, you have wealth. More leverage, more wealth. A warehouse worker don't have leverage. If you're working a 9 to 5, you don't have leverage because first of all, you're using your time for money. You're trading your time for money, and also you cannot multiply yourself. You like when you look at it, you are the leverage of that company that you are working for. They hired you, to do the job for them. You're the leverage. That means more people, more scale, right? Okay, now let's talk about scale. We have moved from leverage. We have moved from value times leverage times scales. Scale. Now let's talk about scale. Okay. Scale, number of people reached times frequency of delivery times efficiency of delivery. Number of people reached times frequency of delivery times efficiency of delivery. Scale means how many people times how often times how easily. Again, scale, how many people times how often times how easily. That means more people, more scale. For example, 10 people, small scale. 100 people, decent scale. 10,000 people, scalable business. 1 million people, empire. 100 million people, generational wealth. I mean, if you can just reach 100 million people, bro, that's generational wealth. The more humans your value touches, the more scalable it becomes. So scale is all about how many people you get. How often can your value be delivered? Example: a barber once, a barber once per person every 2 weeks. A video on TikTok can be watched over 100,000 or 100 million times a day. A software tool, it's used daily. An AI model, it's used infinitely. A system can be used repeatedly. A brand contents daily consumption, higher frequency, and more scale. How easy is it to deliver to many people at scale? Example: software, it's extremely efficient. Content, extremely efficient. Online courses, also extremely efficient. Automation, extremely efficient. Physical services, now that's low efficient because now you're moving to people and you have to be there. It's physical. It's not something that we can get in on it on an instant over the phone. or handmade goods, also low efficient, because you just can't be moving things easily in person. You need to hire people for leverage, but if you're doing it alone, there's it's not scalable enough. Say you're a gym trainer and you're training one person per day, that's that's not scalable. But if you actually become an online gym trainer and you upload, like you share a video of you training and then you share online, now that's scalable. You are sharing to a lot of people. A lot of people can view it at once than just one person viewing it at once. Okay, now let's talk about the big businesses. First, Amazon. Amazon's 2025 revenue was about 700 billion. So what problem does Amazon solve? Getting products fast to people, convenience, huge selection, trusted delivery. I trust Amazon in my orders. Um, Seller distributions, advertising access. They give you all that. Now, if we use that equation to Amazon, first, the value is very high. People want things faster. Businesses want um cloud. Sellers want customers. So it's actually very high. Amazon have a very high value. Leverage. The leverage is massive. They have warehouses, softwares, um, automation, ads, whatever. They have a very massive leverage. And scale, also massive. Millions of customers, global reach, daily repeat usage. I'm pretty sure Amazon like get over 1 million orders a day. And Amazon didn't get rich by selling hours. It got rich by building systems that move products, data, and services for millions of people at once. Now let's move to Apple, the iPhone. So Apple's total revenue for 2025 was about 400, and the iPhone alone did over 200. And the problem that was solved was communication, convenience, digital identity, work, entertainment, all in one place, in one device. The value is very huge. One device solves million daily problems and daily operation. Leverage, huge. They designed it once, they sold it to millions of people, and it just keeps working. People keep buying just one product, and the scale is so huge because the iPhone is a global product. It has a global consumption. Like people all over the world just buys the iPhone over and over again. So the iPhone is a perfect of example of the wealth creation. It solves a really huge problem. It delivered through instant leverage and solved a global problem. Now, iPhone is not just about, you know, all this, because there's a lot of marketing that goes um through the iPhone, because they are better phones. But that will be for another video. Microsoft was about 200 billion, and what it solved was business productivity, a lot of things. And the equation for Microsoft is very high too. Companies run on Microsoft, so the value is very high. And when you have customers who are like rich, you make a lot of money out of that. Leverage is also very high, and also they have softwares, which is actually like the easiest. You know, scale very high because millions of people uses it. Millions of people. So Microsoft makes money because it solves a mission critical problems for businesses at scale through softwares, and Microsoft is just a software on steroid. Google. Google's revenue for 2025 was over 400 billion. Google search and other did bring in over 200 billion, and the YouTube ads was about over 40 billion in 2025. Now, the problem that was solved was finding information, discovery, navigation, video distribution, cloud services, business advertising. And when we look at our equation, value is huge, leverage is huge, scale is huge because millions to billions of people uses Google every day. So Google turned human curiosity into business. Every time people need an answer, they just go to Google. Blah blah blah. There's Google, and thus they make a lot of money out of it. Walmart. Walmart's revenue for 2025 was over 700 billion, and the problem that they solved was cheap access just I would say cheap, affordable, accessible everyday goods. One stop shopping, local convenience at huge scale. And the equation is when we look at our equation, the value is high, leverage is high, scale is high because Walmart is the wealthy equation through like logistics. It solves a universal problem. Every day people need cheap stuff, you know, cheap essentials, and it solves through scale and supply chain of leverage. Like Amazon is just that. Nvidia in 2025 its revenue was over 200 billion, and the problem that they solved was AI compute, graphics, processing, and all that stuff. So the value also is huge, leverage huge, scale is huge. So Nvidia became rich by selling the peaks and the shovels of AI gold rush. They don't just sell chips. They sell the ability to build a future faster. I love Nvidia. And now, if you want to apply this to your business or whatever you're doing, you first have to go back to our equation of wealth. So you have to ask yourself, what problem am I solving? Is it a so first of all, what problem are you solving? Is it a high value problem? How many people are affected by that problem? And now you can't like when you first come up with a problem, you look the problem size, number of people affected by that problem, and the strength of the solution that you're coming up with. Because every business out there is a solution to a problem that we once had before. Cell phones first came up with a solution for communication. Now look at what a cell phone has have become today. Um, and then you have to leverage your delivery. That means make your delivery so easy, very easy to use and easy to get. So if you have a business out there, make sure your business has a very good valued problem. Number one. Next, make sure your business affects a lot of people. Number two. Next, make sure the solution that you are giving to the problem that those customers are having be very important and very strong. Number four, make sure the solution that you come up with is very easy to use and it has leverage. And once you have that, I'm pretty sure you can become successful. So when I'm telling you this, just whenever you're doing something, like make sure you actually put this equation into it, so you don't end up wasting your time before you actually start doing something. Now, when you are making money, you have to fix your spending habits before you actually start making more money. So the next video will be about um fixing your spending habits because people have a very big issue that we all do, even I do. And it's been great having you guys here with me. Nah, I'm just playing. Yeah, it's been great having Ya here with me. And hey, the video is getting uploaded today because It has to. I haven't applied for a while, and I'm back. I wasn't. I didn't go anywhere, but I'm back. It's a new video, new bang, and now I'm back to uploading videos every day. So nice to have you guys here. Big Papi's back. Smile for the camera.